have, which is this guy right here.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a little bit of an alien hand, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So basically what this guy is I had this vision of creating something that had to do with the senses. That's what a lot of my focus was in my undergraduate degree. So that's what I wanted my final project to be for school.
Okay.
And what I created was a glove that basically helps people with neurological disorders. That if you say have lost feeling in your hands, if you're a diabetic or if you're something like that, and it has a touch sensor in the pointer finger.
Okay.
You can't see it, but you can feel it.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so it's got a sensor here.
Oh, neat.
And what happens is, depending on the surface that you're touching, it actually illuminates different color LEDs. So if you're doing something that's bumpy, if you're feeling something that's smooth, it'll adjust to that and kind of give you an idea of the atmosphere that you're feeling around you.
Oh, very cool. So it actually gives you a visual display.
Exactly. You're using multiple senses. That's what I wanted to kind of focus on was if you can't have one sense, how can you interpret that sense through another sense? So you can't feel, but how can you visualize that? Or, if you couldn't hear, how can you feel something, along those lines.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, tell me a little bit about the making of this.
So the making of it is, it's all hand sewn because I didn't have a sewing machine. So lots of sewing. And I used products from a company called Magic. So there's LEDs all along it. It's put together with conductive thread.
Okay.
It's sewn all throughout it.
Yeah.
And then you have kind of the underbelly under here. So you have the battery holder. And then you have all of the boards. So this board is for reading the sensor that's in your finger, and then this is the main board that relays that information and then tells the lights how to light up in that certain direction.
Okay.
And this is all from a company that's Magic.
So where do you see this kind of thing going for you? Are you going to try other things first, or are you going to keep going on this one?
I think I'm going to definitely try different things I've done, but it was my first pretty much e-textile project ever. Learn to sew, learn LEDs, learn circuits. So now it's kind of just like a building block. You go from here and then keeping going up. I like to focus in on the senses and kind of building that whole foundation and learning a lot, especially with the biology involved with all of that. So going from there and seeing what can be built.
Oh, absolutely. So do you like it in the adaptive side of wearable tech?
I do. Yeah. I definitely like the adaptive. I'd like to sometimes possibly branch off to more of the artistic side, kind of split my time between stuff that's very adaptive and very helpful for a certain type of person or a certain group, and kind of see where I can go with that.
That's awesome. Now I just have to ask one question that we like to ask, which is, how did you do on the sewing and the electronics? Which is your favorite and which is harder for you?
The hardest is definitely electronics, and that's probably my favorite too because I knew absolutely nothing. Like, you build off that and you learn to sew and you learn programming, which I am horrible at, but you try your best to learn it and follow through those kinks, and you have this incredible community surrounded by you. So you go on Twitter and you go, oh my god, I need help, and 2 seconds later someone from across the world is saying, what can I help you with?
Oh my gosh.
So that's really great, and you don't necessarily have to meet the people in person, but you can connect with them through the internet and just really have this great foundation to start off with.
That's awesome.